2024. What a year it's been. So many one-of-a-kind trains ran in Boston this year. And in this video, I'll go through a list of the ones that were my favorite of the trains that I saw. Let's get started. Coming in at number 10 is something that I saw in Rockport, Massachusetts in mid-May 2024. This happened completely by chance, and if you really think about it, is quite rare. On the left is MBTA GP40MC 1134, and approaching on the right is 1127, the last two non-rebuilt GP40MCs with mechanical bells. The fact that these two locomotives ended up on adjacent tracks in the same place on a weekend schedule is just crazy. And with 1134 currently out of service and 1127 on the north side, I highly doubt it will ever happen again. Number 9. The 2024 CTC-1B Farewell Tour. Over the course of the year, the MBTA began phasing out their CTC-1B cab cars. Once the last one had been taken out of service, us rail fans assumed that they were done for and would never return. However, the geometry extra ran with one of these cab cars leading much of us to believe that it would be the last time one of these cars ever saw any sort of service. It turns out the CTC-1Bs are still running today on out-of-service moves, and it has been really cool to be able to go check them out in multiple different locations across the state. Though they won't last forever, it has been nice to see these cab cars still around, kicking it in 2024. Number 8. The C1 caboose leads a stone extra down the Grand Junction. The morning of this move, I had no idea that this would occur. This is something that I had hoped to see for years, and I actually had the chance to back in 2020. However, I wasn't very familiar with the area. I chased this move from Medford Street all the way to the Grand Junction runaround and then back. Seeing something as vintage as the C1 caboose go under the modern architecture of MIT was remarkable. Number 7. MBTA visits Beacon Park Yard. Beacon Park Yard, the well-known and often overlooked abandoned train yard here in Boston, hasn't seen real freight service since 2013. The end of the whole property lies even closer, with CSX dirty dirt trains running in and out of the city to take out the dirt that lays the yard's very foundation. This past spring, while the dirty dirt was still ramping up, the MBTA dropped 5 empty stone cars in Beacon Park Yard to be filled with ballast that was being held in the yard facility. Seeing an MBTA locomotive in this site is most likely a sign for what is to come in the future, with Beacon Park being the planned location for West Station. Number 6. An MP-15 leads the Portland Extra. Amtrak's MP-15 fleet is small, just like the locomotives themselves. MP-15s usually frequent yard territory, and in the past have made trips up to Maine. However, it would be many years before this move would happen again in 2024. Also, seeing a yard switcher go track speed is not something you can see every day. Seeing a yard switcher do this sort of operation is really unique, and it's especially cool given how old these locomotives are. Number 5. The North Side Work Extra with the PNLX 9619. On December 19th, the North Side Work Extra ran to Ash Interlocking in Reading to pick up some rail that had been sitting on the right-of-way for a couple of years. The consist for this train was weird, including PNLX Leaser 9619, a couple flat cars, a gondola, the C1 caboose in the middle of the consist, another flat car, and GP40MC 1125 long hood forward. Keep an eye out for more of this footage in an upcoming video about the work train. Coming in at number 4 on the list is the MBTA's wash train return move. Just a few days after the PNLX move, on December 21st, the MBTA sent their wash train equipment back to the north side for the off-season. It is likely that the wash train will soon be no more on the MBTA, given the success of their laser train program. The Grand Junction doesn't receive washing in the fall either, so seeing this set of equipment there was pretty cool. I'm gonna be honest, this top 3 was pretty hard to sort. Number 3. The Cape Cod Central Railroad dinner train heads to Boston. On October 14th, 2024, the Cape Cod Central Railroad dinner train ran into Boston for the 2024 Commuter Rail Coalition Summit. The dinner train being able to make it into South Station under the wires was a really big deal. This move also allowed for us to see a locomotive that had not visited South Station in years. Number 2. The work extra moves the plow train around the Boston Engine Terminal. What makes this move so crazy is that 1. Those plows don't move around much. The last time they went anywhere was up to the New Hampshire North Coast in 2023, and before that, from what I know, 2018 was the last time they were used by the MBTA to actually plow snow. I just happened to be in the area when I heard them on the scanner picking up the cars, so I headed over to see the move. I was so incredibly lucky to see this, and I don't know if I'll ever see these guys moving around ever again. I'm not sure what their fate is with the MBTA, but I'm sure they will stick around because you never know how big of a snowstorm we may get up here in Boston. It's just been a while since the last one hit. Finally, at number 1, in the very beginning of 2024, is the MBTA Bud RDC move. On January 6, 2024, the MBTA moved a piece of equipment that us rail fans never thought would leave its place of rest. The former Boston and Maine Bud RDC, alongside a former Boston and Maine milk car, made their way up to Billerica on a Saturday afternoon. These locomotives still sit in Iron Horse Park and are awaiting a cosmic restoration. It had been years upon years of sitting silently for the RDC and the milk car before they were moved on this day. After the RDC's twin was burned down in an arson incident, the MBTA moved quickly to get these cars out of there and into a safer spot. And that's it for our 2024 Top 10. I really hope you enjoyed watching my videos this year. I'm really happy with some of the videos that I've put out, and I hope you guys are too. There's a lot of exciting stuff I'm working for in 2024 that I can't wait to show y'all. Anyways, until next time, I will see you all again soon, out there on the rails.